I come before you to share everything I know about meditation. What is meditation? Why to meditate? How to meditate? Which type of meditation it is? Benefits of meditation, stages in meditation. But before that, my dear friends, if we just look at the world today, the world is in a very unhappy state. Wars, economic crisis, social unrest, terrorism. Coming to the personal front, everybody is silently fighting their own battles. Everybody are finding it hard to face the challenges, what life throws at them. So this results in their toxic living, alcoholism, smoking, drugging, binge watching few illegal social networking sites. This has become a code of conduct in the present day scenario. And this is so sad, isn't it? People are earning, but they aren't happy from inside. They're so confused. They're frustrated. There is no inner peace and joy in them. Every single home has two patients, or rather more than that. They rely on medicines, pills. Insomnia has become a great concern. Diseases like diabetes, type 2 diabetes, thyroid, blood pressure, whatnot. Stress, anxiety, frustration. Not being able to do so many tasks in limited time because there is no time management at all. There is no clarity in whatever they do. There is no awareness at all. Living in the present moment is a distant dream. So, how can we put a check to all these things that I've told you? Is there a way out? Yes, I do say yes. And that is where meditation comes in. Meditation is a panacea for all these issues. It gives us a lot of energy and maximizes that energy, which helps in multitasking. An average individual breathes 16 to 18 times per minute. The ins and outs of the breath, the inhalation and the exhalation. But a meditator breathes 8 to 10 times per minute. You may ask me, now, what is the big deal about it? Well, my friends, the increase in breath or the fast pace of breath cut down the longevity. Also, the more faster the breath is, the more thoughts are. And the thoughts, they directly affect the body's health. So what must we do? Well, there is no other alternative, my dear friends. Today, if you go to the doctor also, he says that in the prescription form, it is prescribed, meditate. do some physical exercise, go walking, whatnot. So when we just watch a tortoise, how the tortoise is, right? It has a very long life tenure because of its breathing. So the more slower a breath is, the better our life will be. The more peaceful our life will be, the more joys our life will be, the more balanced our life will be. So, if we have to meditate, we will just understand what is meditation. Meditation is nothing but just sitting with ourselves in silence, observing our breath, being a witness to our breath. When we just sit in silence and be an observer, we just attain that calmness. Like Patanjali said in the Yoga Shastra, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. When we meditate, our mind becomes empty. And when all those thoughts just go away, we give in room for something new. So, my dear friends, usually people say that when I sit for meditation, many thoughts come. I can't meditate. That isn't so. Every day, 60 to 70 thoughts, 70,000 thoughts do come. But we don't realize it because we're seeing something, listening something, speaking something, doing something. But when we sit in silence, suddenly we become an observer of our thoughts. And then we think that, oh, there are many thoughts. That isn't so. So, whenever we sit in meditation, when we focus our attention on the thoughts, you know, the thoughts increase. But what we have to do is just draw our attention onto our breath. Where the attention goes, energy flows, my dear friends. Whenever a thought comes, just we must take our attention to our breath, and slowly, in a period of time, all the thoughts go away. So, the meditation which I'm going to tell you is Anapanasati meditation, which is the eighth principle of Buddha's Ashtanga Marga. Ana means inhalation, Apana means exhalation, and Sati is to be with it. So we can just sit in a comfortable position, Sukha Sthira Asana, and observe our breath, Sukha Pranayama. But before we sit for meditation, we must drink some water because to balance our energies. Or during the meditation, our throat might get dried up. Then we can sit on a chair, sit on a couch, sit on a bed, sit in a Padmasana. Anywhere, anytime we can do this meditation. It is so flexible, it is so doable, yet very powerful. And also, there is no mantra, no chanting whatsoever. There is no particular dress, there is no particular time. But it is suggested if it is done in the Brahma Muhurata, that is always nice because there is no thought pollution in the universe, and the energies are high. So people who are ailing, they can also sleep on their bed and do this meditation. How wonderful is this meditation, friends? If you understand the deeper science of it, you will simply start loving it and doing it. And also, before doing meditation, you have to remove your specs. Why? Because when we close our eyes, we don't need that. And once we are done with the meditation, we place our fingers on our eyes because whatever energy is locked there. So we sit comfortably. We clasp our fingers like this. We cross our feet. And then we close our eyes and observe our breathing. That's it. How long one should meditate, depending on their age. If you're 50 years old, you have to do 50 minutes. So from 2 years to whatever age, anybody can do this meditation. Now, when we sit, the past thoughts keep on coming, or maybe yesterday's thoughts, maybe the past events. So all these keep on coming. As I told you earlier, as they come, you just focus on the breath once again. Or maybe thoughts of the future. Oh, how my future will be. What will happen to me? All those fears. Again, bring your attention back to your breath, my dear friends. Now, as you be a witness to your breath, slowly you will reach a state of thoughtlessness. That is when the cosmic energy enters from the Brahmarandra, that is the Sahasrara chakra, crown chakra, and slowly that spreads into our pranamaya kosa, the etheric body. We have 7 bodies around our physical body, friends. And that energy is so powerful. That energy is helpful for us to do all the works in a day. It gives us a lot of energy. And also, it starts clearing the energy blocks, the blocks that were there since many years from the past lives. So the new energy comes and it pushes the old energy like this. And during this process, we experience pains. So if we just can sustain that, slowly our body will be healing for good. That is a very natural, holistic healing, my dear friends. When you go to a doctor to be treated for a disease, and that medicines will work only superficially, not from the root. But here, a disease which is manifested in the physical body only comes because we have a block in the pranamaya kosa, that is our ethereal body. And when this block is cleared, we start regaining our health again, we bounce back. So when such benefits are there, I find no reason why people must hesitate to meditate, friends. And also, there are so many marginal benefits, friends, when we start meditating. The cosmic energy flows into the 72,000 jivanadis, and the shuddhi happens, the cleansing happens, the clearing happens, and we become healthy once again. Our pains vanish, inflammations vanish, diseases vanish. So our health improves miraculously. Clarity comes in our thoughts. When clarity comes, we get priority. We understand our priorities. And then life becomes a celebration, my dear friends. Our work efficiency improves. Our decision making improves. We will start enjoying healthy relationships. Memory power increases. Our sleep pattern stabilizes. And till now, those who are suffering from insomnia, they will start getting good sleep. We will also have this ability to discern what is good and what is wrong. All these years we were depending on somebody else. What must I do? What is right for me? Life becomes purposeful. You start enjoying your life. There is some this internal peace here. There is joy. You start loving your company, and you start appreciating everything around you. The calmness comes, the peace prevails. Slowly, anxiety fades away, stress vanishes, your self awareness increases. You live in the moment now, the consciousness expands. So, living in the moment is so very important, my dear friends. The fear fades away and the confidence increases, and we start getting a better understanding of life, my dear friends. Now, what do we experience in meditation? Well, some people experience some heaviness in their bodies. Some people, they feel very light. Some people experience some tingling sensations. Some people see specks of lights. Some people see colors. Some people see images. And some also see their past life. So this happens only in a thought-free state, and that gives you a blissful experience. Now, what are the spiritual benefits by doing meditation? We get connected to our soul, and that soul gets connected to the spirit. We are guided by the divine always, and we can never go wrong. Our consciousness expands, my dear friends. We get an extra sensory power. And what is that? The third eye. The intuition increases, and the brain starts getting rewired. The neuroplasticity also gets enhanced. For a normal individual, he works only with his five senses, but for a meditator, he works with the sixth sense too. And these are the things that we need to really, think about and understand the importance of meditating every day, not just one day, till our last breath, my dear friends. We need to meditate to have that abundant life, to have a peaceful and joyous life. And that is the reason why, friends, I came before you to help you understand the facts that I know and experienced. And this is mainly for the beginners who have kickstarted off meditation, and also for people or enthusiasts who are just thinking, I should start meditation. Well, also for people who have been meditating for quite long, and they might be having few doubts too. So I hope, friends, that you all can get some takeaways out of this session. And still, if you have any queries, you can still get back to this video and get your doubts clarified. But all I can say is just, without any expectations, just sit with yourself, be with yourself, and observe the breath in silence, because our breath is our guru, our breath is our God. It is all the time there within us. It keeps on working. It never asks our permission, right? It is the divine energy, masters. Divine energy. So, if we want an abundant life, we have to meditate. Thank you, friends. Thank you for your time and energy. See you soon with another session. Thank you so much.